The world blurred. My heart pounded in my chest, a frantic drumbeat against my ribs. I felt lightheaded, dizzy, like the ground beneath me was dissolving. My breath came in short, shallow gasps, each one a struggle. I was trapped, caught in the suffocating grip of an anxiety attack. It had started subtly, a creeping unease that blossomed into full-blown panic. The trigger, a seemingly innocuous work presentation, but my mind, a master of distortion, had twisted it into an insurmountable challenge, a public spectacle of my perceived inadequacies. Logic fled. Rational thought, usually my steadfast companion, abandoned me to the clutches of fear. I was adrift in a sea of anxiety, each wave of panic threatening to pull me under. The world around me faded, replaced by the overwhelming reality of my own racing heartbeat, my own suffocating fear. This was my normal, my silent struggle, hidden behind a carefully curated facade of normalcy. But beneath the surface, the storm raged on, a constant companion in the labyrinth of my mind.
A mind adrift, lost in the labyrinth of anxiety. Anxiety. We've all felt it. That flutter in your stomach before a big presentation. The restless anticipation of a first date. These are normal human experiences, fleeting moments of unease that fade as quickly as they arise. But for millions, anxiety isn't a fleeting visitor. It's a constant companion, a shadow that lingers long after the perceived threat has passed.
It's the knot in your stomach that refuses to loosen, the racing thoughts that keep you up at night. The symptoms are varied, as unique as the individuals they afflict, but there are common threads, telltale signs that whisper of an underlying struggle. Excessive worry, a persistent feeling of dread, restlessness, and difficulty concentrating are just a few. Physically, anxiety can manifest in a myriad of ways. Muscle tension, headaches, fatigue, and insomnia are frequent companions. The body, mirroring the turmoil within, cries out for relief. Yet relief remains elusive, trapped in a cycle of fear and apprehension.
Anxiety is not a monolith. It's a multifaceted beast, taking on different forms, each with its own unique set of characteristics and challenges. Understanding these distinctions is crucial, for it paves the way for effective treatment and recovery.
Generalized anxiety disorder, or GAD, is characterized by persistent and excessive worry about everyday life events. Work, finances, health, family, all become sources of relentless rumination, casting a long shadow over even the simplest joys. Social anxiety disorder, on the other hand, manifests as intense fear of social situations. The thought of interacting with others, of being judged or scrutinized, triggers crippling anxiety, leading to avoidance and isolation. Panic disorder is characterized by recurrent and unexpected panic attacks, sudden episodes of intense fear that strike without warning. Physical symptoms such as a racing heart, shortness of breath, and dizziness are often mistaken for a heart attack, further fueling the cycle of panic. These are just a few examples of the many faces of anxiety, each one a unique variation on a common theme: the overwhelming presence of fear and apprehension in the absence of a proportionate threat.
What happens in the brain when anxiety takes hold? What neurological processes underpin this often debilitating condition?
Neuroscientists and psychologists have made significant strides in unraveling the complexities of anxiety, shedding light on its biological underpinnings. Research suggests that anxiety disorders stem from a complex interplay of genetic predisposition, brain chemistry, and life experiences. The amygdala, a small almond-shaped structure deep within the brain, plays a crucial role in processing emotions, particularly fear and anxiety. In individuals with anxiety disorders, the amygdala is often overactive, sending out alarm signals even in non-threatening situations. This triggers the release of stress hormones, such as cortisol and adrenaline, preparing the body for a fight-or-flight response. Furthermore, imbalances in neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers in the brain, contribute to the development and maintenance of anxiety disorders. Serotonin and GABA, neurotransmitters that promote feelings of calm and well-being, are often found to be deficient in individuals struggling with anxiety. While the science behind anxiety is complex, understanding its biological basis helps to destigmatize the condition, emphasizing that it is a real, treatable medical condition, not a sign of weakness or a character flaw.
Section 5. Navigating the Labyrinth Recovery Strategies. The journey to recovery from anxiety is rarely linear. It's a winding path, fraught with setbacks and triumphs, moments of despair and glimmers of hope. But there is hope. With the right tools and support, it is possible to navigate the labyrinth of anxiety and reclaim your life. Medications, such as antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications, can also play a role in managing anxiety symptoms, particularly in the early stages of treatment. These medications work by correcting chemical imbalances in the brain, alleviating symptoms, and providing a window of opportunity for therapy to take hold. S2. Therapy, particularly cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, has proven highly effective in treating anxiety disorders. CBT helps individuals identify, challenge, and reframe negative thought patterns and behaviors that contribute to their anxiety.
Beyond traditional treatment modalities, lifestyle modifications can significantly impact anxiety levels. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, adequate sleep, and stress reduction techniques, such as mindfulness and meditation, can help regulate mood, reduce stress hormones, and promote overall well-being.
Remember, recovery is not about eradicating anxiety completely, but rather about learning to manage it, to navigate its ebbs and flows without letting it dictate the course of your life. In the labyrinth of anxiety, it's easy to feel lost and alone. But you are not alone. Millions around the world share this struggle, each battling their own internal demons.
Reaching out, connecting with others who understand can be a lifeline, a beacon of hope in the darkest of times.
Support groups, whether in person or online, provide a safe and non-judgmental space to share experiences, offer and receive support, and learn coping strategies from others who have walked a similar path. The power of shared experience, of knowing you are not alone in your struggles, cannot be overstated.
Family and friends, while well-intentioned, may not always understand the complexities of anxiety. Educating them about your condition, explaining how they can best support you, can bridge the gap in understanding and strengthen your support network.
Remember, vulnerability is not weakness. It takes courage to reach out, to ask for help, to let others into the often hidden world of your struggles. But in doing so, you open yourself up to the possibility of connection, understanding, and ultimately, healing. Recovery from anxiety is not a linear path. It's a journey marked by twists, turns, and the occasional detour.
There will be good days and bad days, moments of progress and setbacks that threaten to derail your hard-won gains.
It's crucial to remember that setbacks are not failures. They are opportunities to learn, to adjust your approach, to cultivate self-compassion in the face of adversity. Embrace the process, acknowledge your efforts, and celebrate your victories, no matter how small they may seem.
Self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Make time for activities that bring you joy, that nourish your soul, that remind you of the beauty and wonder that life has to offer.
Remember, you are not defined by your anxiety. It is a part of you, but it does not define you. You are strong, you are resilient, and you are capable of living a full and meaningful life, even with anxiety as a companion.
Breaking the silence, sharing your story can be a powerful act of self-empowerment and a catalyst for change. By speaking out, you challenge the misconceptions surrounding anxiety, fostering understanding and empathy in its place. For too long, anxiety has been shrouded in stigma and shame. The silence, while seemingly protective, only serves to perpetuate the myth that anxiety is something to be hidden, a sign of weakness or instability.
You let others know that they are not alone in their struggles, that there is hope, and that recovery is possible. Sharing your story doesn't have to be a grand gesture. It can be as simple as confiding in a trusted friend or family member, joining an online support group, or seeking professional help. Your story matters. Your voice has the power to inspire, to educate, to empower. By breaking the silence, you not only help yourself, but also countless others who are struggling in silence. Every voice that speaks out chips away at the stigma, paving the way for more open and honest conversations about mental health. The conversation about anxiety doesn't end here. It's an ongoing dialogue, a collective effort to raise awareness, challenge stigma, and promote understanding and support for those affected by anxiety disorders.
We must continue to advocate for increased access to mental health care, to support research aimed at developing more effective treatments, and to create communities where individuals struggling with anxiety feel safe, supported, and understood.
Let's extend a hand of compassion and understanding to those who are struggling. Let's challenge the misconceptions surrounding anxiety and replace them with facts and empathy.
Let's create a world where mental health is treated with the same importance as physical health, where seeking help is seen as a sign of strength, not weakness.
Together, we can break down the stigma surrounding anxiety and create a world where everyone feels empowered to seek the help they need without shame or judgment. The journey may be long, but together we can navigate the labyrinth of anxiety and emerge stronger, more resilient, and more connected than ever before.